What's up, Channel Sam D? How are you guys doing today? This guy, Professor Mike, I know him for a long while on my YouTube channel for the last 3 years ago. And there's a problem with my camera, excuse me. So, this is about letting your friends go. Okay? You gotta understand this. You got to let your friends go. You just cannot call them every day. You gotta make some new ones. But if people block you or something every day, like no one doesn't like you then. That time I was an asshole that time. Since me and my friend Emma just, I was a red flag. I don't know what I was doing. You know, I was a son of a bitch. But right now I'm doing better as I can. But it's hard to tell life gets in the way. Like I said, let people go. It's important. Regardless of your brain's telling you something. Hey, Ray. Alright, let's get access to a computer. I'm trying to get this LM Studios to work, but I rebooted the son of a bitch. I was so disappointed. My computer maybe was slow, but you need to understand this, folks. Your friendships may not last longer as you thought. When people get busy or something, people may get busy. They will lose in touch with you. But if you don't have no one to talk to, just use Chat GPT or Facebook Meta AI. Ask them to be your friends. Okay. Give it a minute, guys. My computer is being a little bitch today. But it's also important to face challenges, let your friends go. I know it's hard. But the last couple of years, what am I doing? This thing's being stupid, isn't it? Okay. My computer is being a little bitchy to me today. You. Just you. Shut up. I ain't talking to you, computer. Building your app. Shut up. Shut your damn mouth. I'm talking to my computer. It's being a little rude to me. No. This guy just commented. I'm checking my... What the fuck? There we go. This guy said Professor Shock. That's my fan back in the day. Are you and Emma and Woody are still friends? So I'm just looking through the comments here on my computer. But, well, our friendship is fading away, my friend. But Professor Shock is not only here, but he's kind of busy. But you got to understand is people move away or from your YouTube accounts or they don't watch your videos anymore. Like people's brains change. They become busier. You just need to let your friends go. Don't text them during the day, you know. Also important. Don't text people during daylight. People get busy at work. Doesn't matter they're home or... It's just my suggestions to respect their goals and boundaries. My God. My skin is getting me. But you need to understand this. You gotta save yourself. You know? You just can't expect the friendship to keep moving forward. But it may not work out as you thought. You know, I still have plenty of friends in my town. But 40 minutes away? No. You know, I don't drive. I don't own a car. I don't have no fucking job. And I have nothing. You know, when I went through all these experiences in my life, I realized I was a dumbass. You know, I don't need any piece of shits. Like, owning a car, luxury is, you know. I don't need all of this, you know. I don't need myself to buy plenty of stuff for my dreams, you know. You know, you gotta think about what you're doing, man. Like, if you don't have nothing to do or something, you have no room for nothing. Like, you know where to put it, you gotta sell it, you know. Like, I want an office, a plenty small office, to make my life easier. You know, I don't want a full bullshit. Like, I remember my room was a mess, but I don't want any of these messes happen again. Because what I'm trying to say is the clutter push people away because I'm trying to shield myself. You know, it's very hard. I was facing these challenges, and I don't know what the hell I was doing. You know? You know, people, all these years, I was a lazy bum, you know? Trust me. I've been through a lot since a life situation. I'm talking about back in 2020, things are scary. Like I mentioned, no, nothing. You gotta understand, people, is like when people don't answer your messages, I just ghost people for a reason, you know. I just don't want to be a bother to anyone, you know, how I feel. I don't feel comfortable texting them back, you know. It's okay to take a step back, you know. Just like I said, people, when people are busy during the day, they don't answer you, that means they don't get disturbed, you know. It doesn't matter to me. I don't want to respond anyways, you know. I just don't want to waste my time talking to anyone. But, you know. But you need to understand, people, is you got to let people go. When people get busy a lot and your friends will forget about you, and I'm not sad about it, but I just don't care anymore, you know? I'm on my fucking own, you know? I have good friends around my town. People don't care about me anymore. When people grow, their brains start to change, their thoughts, and their recognition, they don't recognize you, who you are anymore. You gotta understand, man, people don't know who you are anymore. But over time they will, but I don't know. But people are making false accusations against me. But don't worry about those fuckers. Alright. Just ignore those mother truckers, man. Okay? But if you guys got any questions, let me know. Let me check for reviews. But Verizon slowed me down yesterday when I was trying to download a model, but I just stopped the download. Forget about it, you know. It will reset probably on the 20th. I don't know, the 9th of February. It's supposed to reset on the 11th or the 10th. All this is a fucking lie. You know? Don't even believe anyone. Don't. Because I don't know people are right or who's wrong. You know? Because I learned things about myself. I should know. Sometimes I don't ask people's questions because I know people will block me or and someone's being the dickhead. I don't want to talk about on this channel anymore. You know, like, I don't want to mention nothing. Piece of shit. But if you do want to talk about it, you gotta pay this. Repay the favor. So, I don't know what to tell you folks, but excuse me for that, but let me put out the fire here. There we go. That should do it. But I like to fart on channels of reasons. You know, farts are my thing to push people away in the stench, you know. But I already put out the fire with the little Lysol. But it smells good in here again now. But farts saves my life. But it's toxic though. But just so you know, folks, be careful who you push away. Who you love, who you respect to, who relies on you, who thinks about you, who you trust. But it doesn't matter who you believe that person or not. Just save that for later, okay? Believe yourself, work on yourself, be yourself, hang out with your family, or be careful with toxic people, or of course in your family, but I've been there once, but it's okay to have bad days or whatever, but you got to understand this. Don't text your friends unless you have to. People could be at work. They don't have time to reply back, okay? Just give them a little space and don't respond unless you have to. You know, people get bad days, man. People get bad days. But like I said, people don't reply back right away. People don't care. People are busy. But they do care. But I'm telling you, people hurt me back in the day. But, okay? Alright, guys, I have to go. Just remember, leave your friends alone. Let them reply to you or whatever. If it's been months or years, that means they don't have contact with you anymore. They might have blocked you. They don't like you. Look at me. Everyone hates me anyways. But I just move on, you know. I just enjoy my life, hanging around bars, playing pool, and do whatever I want in life. Alright? Alright, guys. Have a good night, and I'll see you guys later. And just move forward and let life takes where it takes you. Okay? Alright, guys. God bless you, my souls. Bye-bye.